What is up, everybody? Yo, today I just want to talk for a minute. We could call this a story time. Fuck it, we'll call it story time, episode 4 or 5, whichever one it is. I want to talk about school lunch, the school lunches for a minute. So recently, I don't know, it just came across my mind. I was like, huh, if I wanted to go to my old school and eat lunch, which you're able to do at the school I went to and graduated from, you're able to go there. You pay like I don't know. I haven't been there since 2010, but whenever it was 2010, I think you paid like $1.50, $1.75, maybe $2, and you would get a full lunch. Uh, and we had a very good lunch for a school, if I'm being honest. And I've noticed it's like really changed over the years. It's went into a, and every school is different. So like whenever I was before I went to May High School or May Elementary, I went to a lot of different schools in Oklahoma, and it was pretty much the same thing every day. You get to the lunch line, there's two different lines. You can go through this line, or you can go through this line, and it's like two different options every day, but it's kind of the same shit every week. So like today it'll be pizza on this line, and then sloppy joes on this line, and you'll go through the lines, get your lunch, and they give you whatever they give you. But it was the same every 2 to 3 days, pizza sloppy joe or spaghetti and I don't know sandwiches. Like there wasn't a lot of options. Then I moved to May, second grade. Every month they give you a monthly calendar that has your breakfast and your lunch menus on it. Man, they were pretty good. Breakfast, you'd have your biscuits, gravy, sausage. Shout out. Everybody knows May High School has fucking great food. Sorry for the cursing, but they have great food. Used to, at least. Whenever I was in school, we'd have every day there was the little things of cereal as an option, and then there was always like a cooked option like waffles, pancakes, biscuits, gravy, sausage, stuff like that. And then lunch every day was different almost. You'd have your chicken fingers, mashed potatoes, gravy, and hot rolls. Your steak fingers with the same thing. Pizza day, cheeseburger day, chicken on bun day, um, Frito chili pie day. Trying to remember everything we had back in like we had a spaghetti day. I'm pretty sure. Towards the end of the year, we'd have the ham and cheese sub with chips. What else was there? Barbecue on rib. Barbecue barbecue rib on a bun. Man, we had some good ones. Great food. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese was a great one. Baked grilled cheeses. You get two of them with a meat vegetable soup. Dunk it in. Takes me back. So just such good food. Every day you're gonna get a good serving of food, and as well with that, you're getting a tray with your main course, a side course, and then usually something sweet. So you get like a peach cobbler or a cake, or they always had something. But then we had a fully functional salad bar with everything, pretty much for a salad. And then we had our drinks. Dude, it was just a good. And then we had an ice cream freezer, 50 cents. Get any ice cream you want out of there, any day you want. Friday, free ice cream for everybody. I mean, come on, it was a good time. Where I went to school. Did my thing just quit? Okay. Anyways, so that's how it was for a good while. I moved to Virginia. This is gonna be kind of like a little. This is gonna be a little long video. Just stick with me. I'm trying to keep it in order. So, seventh grade, I moved to Virginia. Now the school there way different than anything I've ever been to. It's massive. 1,000 kids per class. I went to a middle school, which was just the sixth, seventh, and eighth grade, and there was over 3,000 kids in that whole school. It was ridiculous, but breakfast was the same thing every day, and lunch was the same thing every day, but there was options. So your breakfast, they had the cups of cereal, but then we had Tyson sausage biscuits, Tyson chicken on bun. Now these are wrapped up in like your foil, like from an Arby's almost, but it's wrapped with the Tyson logo, everything on it. And they're wrapped up all made fresh that day, pretty much. Chicken on biscuit, sausage biscuit, the cereals. I don't want to say there was much else. Like it wasn't a lot of options for the breakfast. Really, I mean there was like probably a few other things, but I don't remember. I was only there for one whole year, and then lunch was the same thing every day. You could get, which I thought this was weird, but there was fast food available in the cafeteria. So you could get what did they had Taco Bell, they had Domino's. God, there was a I want to say I can't remember. There was a third one. It might have been like Subway. Get like a 6-inch sub, I think. It was wild though. And then there was also we had Tyson chicken on a bun. There were Tyson hamburgers, cheeseburgers. Then they had the regular school cafeteria slice of pizza, which was like a New York slice almost size. Uh, your side was fries every day, fries, and I think there might have been another option, but I mean everybody got the fries because they were good. Everybody got the fries, and then you could pay a dollar to go back through the line, and they'd give you a full another portion for a dollar. And sometimes, I mean, you get a nice relationship going with them lunch ladies. You're just nice to them every day. They start to remember you. They will hook you up. I remember I went up there one day with a dollar. It's pizza day, so I want pizza fries. That's all I got. And I was like, I'm gonna go back through the line and get another one for a dollar, another portion of fries and pizza. And this lady, I don't know if she was just being super nice or if it was just towards the very end of the lunch thing, but she ended up giving me three slices of pizza, massive. Like I said, these are big New York style slices almost. And then the whole other half of the tray, she just loaded handfuls. Like I had like three handfuls, massive handfuls of fries. I went back to that table and just started sharing it. Can't eat all that food. It's not what I even expected to get, but it was awesome to have that. Uh, and that was it every day. Same same options. It would get old real quick. But we also had vending machines in the cafeteria at the Virginia school. It was weird. You could get you a soda. You could get you chips, candy, gum. It was just it totally different schools from where I was at. Then I moved back to May. Pretty much stayed there. I went to another school that didn't have lunch, so we'll skip out of that. But I graduated from May, and pretty much it was the same lunch schedule menu every month, and they would just you'd get like it was probably like 15 different meals, 14 probably, and you'd get some of them 2 times a month, 3 times a month at the most, I think. Other than that, dude, it was good food. What I'm getting to, sorry, that's a very long intro. What I'm getting to is the other day I got a little curious and I was like, huh, what would they be having if I decided to go have lunch? School literally I think just started today, earlier today for May High School. If my camera's cutting out, I really hope it's not, but we'll find out. Anyways, I decided let's go check it out real quick. I remember I checked it out like a year or two ago, and I was like, "What is this?" Because you also got to remember, we grew up in the time where I think they said it was Michelle Obama had like made it to where 2008, 9, 10, whatever. Can't do the fried foods, can't do this and all that inside of high schools. So high schools and I mean schools period, were starting to change with their food. But we always had pretty good baked food, period. I don't know if this is the May Independent School District website. Dining. Oh, look at that. Look, they literally have a dining button. I don't know of any other school that would have a dining option. They might have a lunch menu. This is a dining option because people in that town literally will go to the school to eat the lunch and the breakfast. If that doesn't tell you it's good, I don't know what else will. Yep, here we are. Monday, August 10th. Yes. Oh, yesterday. Yeah, today's Tuesday. I'm tripping. So, what they had for the first day, let's see, pancakes, bacon, fruit. That is a classic first day. That is a great first day. Look at the lunch. Fajitas. That was another one we had. The chicken fajitas. Loved it. Spanish rice, beans, veggies, salsa, ice cream. Ice cream? Hot cinnamon apples. Ice cream, though. That's weird that it's got ice cream with it because that was the thing that we kind of always wait until Friday to get. Unless you wanted to pay the 50 cents and get one. Today they had potato, egg, and cheese. Is that like a burrito? Sounds like a burrito. No, but there's toast. So potato, egg, and cheese. That's probably just a little thing of potato, egg, and cheese. That's something they didn't have. Whenever I was there for sure. Toast, fruit, chili cheese hot dog. Yes. Did we have hot dogs? Starting to think. I don't think we actually ever had hot dogs. We had corn dogs. They were pretty good, but I don't think we had hot dogs. Potatoes, tomato cup, fruit cup. Okay. Where's the classics at? Dude, the muffins were always good. Blueberry muffins. We'd have this butter. Amazing. See, this is what I'm getting into. This is the main reason I'm doing this video. So for tomorrow, Wednesday, these kids are going to be eating for lunch chicken Alfredo. What? We never ever had anything close to chicken Alfredo for lunch. Breadsticks, garden salad, Cali blend vegetables, and peaches. Brother, the garden salad thing, that should be part that should do they not still have the salad bar? Huh. Because they're saying that's like part of the lunch now, as in one of your sides. It's very weird. I don't know. One day I'm gonna go back and have some of this food though, because I would like some of the classics though. Fish sticks, that was another one we had. Hated them. Breakfast strudel, we never had that. Cheese stick, that's got to be like mozzarella, like string cheese. It's got to be. That can't be a fried cheese stick in the morning with a breakfast strudel. Potatoes, okra, roll. Out of the rolls were so good at May. Now I'm just being a fatty and going through looking at what they got. Um, breakfast pizza. What in the world? Breakfast pizza. We would have that once every 2 years. You would see it. It would just be like a random thing. They would just be like, "Oh, today we have the pizza sticks or the breakfast pizza." That wasn't something that happened a lot whenever I was growing up. But man, whenever you'd get it, it was amazing. Popcorn chicken, another thing we never had, and it's served with corn roll, broccoli and cheese, and apple slices. What happened to the southern meals? Kind of like they've only got the for the week. This week, okay, yeah. Let's go next week. A kolache, brother. What? And what is an extreme burrito? An extreme burrito. I really want to know what that is. Biscuits and gravy. There we go. Whoa, with eggs and bacon and fruit. That's a big breakfast. Chicken and waffles? What? What? Chicken and waffles with extreme burrito the day before. Dude, these kids are just living the life. Cheese omelet? This is a school where kindergarten, pre-K kids, all the way to like 60, 70, 80 year olds are eating. They're serving up a cheese omelet on Wednesday, y'all. Next Wednesday. Then your lunch, chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, fresh carrots, squash grapes. We had chicken nuggets, I think. We also had the chicken strips were better though. Chicken fingers, whatever you want to call them. Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. That sounds amazing. Enchiladas. We had enchiladas. French toast sticks we had. They were pretty tiger, but they're calling it a tiger burger. I wonder how long that's been going on. We used to have a freedom fries whenever I was in school as well for that. You see, they don't have French fries anymore. It's chips. Um, we used to have fries. They weren't the best. They were baked. They were very soggy and flappy. Burrito, hash brown. What else we got? What else we got? Let's run through the whole month. We're here. This is what it's about, pretty much. I just wanted to run through this menu because it's like it's way different than what we had whenever I was in school. I've also been graduated since 2010, so things are going to change in 16 years. But this is just wild. This is something I thought would never change because the whole time I was there, from the year 2000, and I showed up literally 1999 Christmas. Like school wasn't in, so I didn't go to school whenever I first moved here. We just you're out for the break, whatever. And as soon as it started back up right after Christmas break, the year 2000, I started at May and was there till 2010 pretty much without the 2 other years that I weren't there, but the menu never really changed. It was the same food for all those 10 years. Now I'm looking at it and this is way different. These kids aren't having the same meals that we had. They're having like some pretty good meals. Some of them are the same. Some of them, but it probably doesn't even taste the same. Who knows? What the fuck is a breakfast cookie? A breakfast cookie? Yo, here we go. Here we go. This is like a classic right here. This is a classic right here. Steak fingers with the gravy, the rolls, the green beans, mashed potatoes, peaches. Brother, you get them four steak fingers. This is how they used to do it. Four steak fingers. Get mashed potatoes with you. You want your gravy on your mashed potatoes, and then you want an extra side of gravy. They would do that. Get two rolls. Sometimes you can get three. I wasn't a green bean guy, but I'd get a little few peaches, and oh my god, then you just mix and match, and you take your roll, you dip it in your mashed potato and gravy, take your steak finger, dip it in the same thing, make a sandwich, dip it in the shit. So good. Frito pie, great one. I loved it. Didn't love it till my senior year, but once I finally started liking chili, that was my shit. Breakfast burrito, chicken wings. Interesting. Chicken wings. This is just a stuffed bagel. Calzone. They're what is going on there? Having a calzone? That wasn't even like a word in our dictionary as a kid. What in the world? Chicken spaghetti? That sounds so good. They're having breakfast pizza again. And then a quesadilla. We never had quesadillas. Salsa, beans, cucumbers, apricots. Yeah, we never had half of this stuff. And it's crazy. Chicken Alfredo, calzone, extreme burrito. What was that other? Dude, there's just so much good stuff they're having. Chicken and waffles, cheese omelets and stuff. Like, what is going on? That's pretty much it for today, though, y'all. I just wanted to talk about lunch menus. They are evolving, and I didn't know this. I wish this is something I was keep up with every like 2 years. Every year, just look at it, see how it's changed. Because when did all of this happen? And then there's schools still to this day that are doing like just fast food at their places and trash. Shout out to the schools that are still doing like some good stuff like that. You know what you're eating every day too, so you make a lunch. If not, you're gonna have to deal with the same shit every day, like those other schools where they just have the same 5 items every day for the whole school year. But like I said, that's pretty much it for today's video, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Sorry, it's been a long one. I had to rant and rave about this. Been on my mind pretty heavily. But like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment what you want to see next time. Follow me on all them socials, and until next time, y'all, have a good one.